What's going on, everybody? This is Fandu 21 flying back at you once again here. What you see here today is a 48-inch leading edge commercial ceiling fan. This is a model 4820-1. The fan here dates to sometime around early to mid 90s. I would say sometime around 1994 if I were to guess. These were often relabeled under the Dayton brand name, but this one here is actually labeled leading edge, which I'm not sure if leading edge was the actual manufacturer of this fan or they outsourced to some company in Taiwan, which is likely the case, but who that was, I have no idea. It's the same instance as the cast Dayton from the 80s that I videoed. Who knows who made these things. I do got a pretty interesting story about this fan, how I got it and where it came from and such things like that, and which I'll tell you real quick. This fan here came out of an old Toys R Us store. The place was being remodeled into a Big Lots and all the fans were removed. Back around 1994, if I were to guess, 14 of these fans were installed. When I took them, when they were all taken down, because I worked for an electrical contracting company and we took these fans down. I actually was on a different job site, but I just happened to got called by a co-worker of mine who knew about my hobby and said, "Hey, we just took down all these ceiling fans. You want them?" I was like, "You sure?" So yeah, all these fans came for free, 14 of them. But they're now actually all Dayton's. This one and two others were the last remaining of the original installation of the original leading edges, which these fans here are known for. They're great performers, but they are absolutely shit when it comes to long-term reliability. And I'll get to that here in a minute. Back to my story. Yeah, so these fans were installed sometime around 1994 when the store opened, and these were ran pretty much probably 24/7, damn near, if I were to guess. And of course, long-term reliability issues. One was actually replaced sometime with a 56-inch model of the same style, like everything like you see here, but a 56-inch model sometime in the late 90s, probably a warranty replacement, if I were to guess. But in the year 2000, 10 of them were actually replaced with EnviroFan Silverlines, which I got 8 of those now of the Silverlines. I've got the video one, but 2 of them went to a fellow fan collector who stopped by the house. But I digress. Like I said, I don't plan to keep all the Silverlines I got, but I'm not sure what to do with them just yet. So don't go asking me for one. But yeah, these were removed here this year, back in June or July. It's probably July. So yeah, from 1994 all the way to 2019, thereabouts. How as long as these fans were pretty much ran 24/7 since then. Of course, 2000 from 1994. Hell, that's freaking 8 years or 6 years of constant running on a regular ceiling fan will hold up, but these things just didn't. And what the problem was that these fans really has a general nature of running very hot. They're very hot running motors. And they're totally enclosed motors, no vent holes or anything on them, which probably would help a little bit in heat dissipation, but probably not much. And the bearings that they chose for the fan just didn't hold up to the heat. They dried out, the grease dried out, and over time they would seize up. This fan here, like I said, the bearings are shit on it. They're loud as hell, which you'll plainly hear them in the video. But the other 2 that I got are damn near seized up. So this is the best one of the 3 I got. Even the 56-inch model has also very shit bearings as well. The Silverlines were actually been running probably the same way, damn near 24/7 since 2000 to 2019. Just about 20 years, and most of the bearings are almost damn near silent. So yeah. So expect a video of the Silverlines and the 56-inch one here coming shortly. But we'll shut up and finally get to the video. Starting off here on speed number 1, I'm using a 5-speed choke style wall control for purposes of testing. These fans probably were operated originally off like a variable speed solid state control system, if I were to guess, but the system, but those controls were long gone. I didn't even bother asking for them because by the time I got in there, pretty much the entire building was gutted. So who knows where they were? Who knows where they were installed in the store? They're probably located in the loading back dock area, or in some sort of office off to the side. Who knows? That's beyond the point. So you can hear the bearings already freaking making a noise. No surprises there. The performance of the fan probably is slightly slower with the bearing issue. If these bearings were in perfect condition, the fan will probably be a little bit faster, but whatever. This is speed number 2 here. These fans are, of course, non-reversible. Also, another interesting thing of note is that this fan here, there's 2 different blade options. You can hear the bearing start squeaking actually pretty bad now. Like I said, they're totally dry. But there are 2 different blade options for the fan. They're both straight square tip blades like you see here. This is a leading edge characteristic. But this fan here has a rolled edge blades, which were a safety option that allowed the fan to be installed on lower ceilings, because just for safeguarding the persons and property from getting cut up in the sharp metal blades of the fan. You know, if the fan were to have the straight blades, they're pretty much razor sharp on the edges. But I'll get you up close and personal and show you actually what I'm talking about. Like I said, the metal just rolled over on itself on the leading edge of the blade and the very tip edge of the blade as well. Like I said, I'll show you that here after the video. Speed number 3. These fans are available in, I think, in like 2 or 3 different finishes, white being the most common. They also made brown models, and they also made, I believe they also made them in black as well, but don't quote me on that. And these fans were available in quite a few different sizes, ranging from 36 inches all the way to, we never seen them, but they've been in catalogs, 72 inches. Yeah, 6 foot diameter. They had they had 36, probably 42, 48, 56, 60 inch, and 72. I believe what the options were for diameters. This is speed number 4. The canopies on the fan are, of course, plastic. As you can see, they've yellowed quite a bit. Which is pretty interesting because the building's totally enclosed. There's no way sunlight would have hit these things, so probably discolored from heat. And here's full speed, speed number 5. Like I said, industrial fans are very low pitch but high speed. We're probably doing around 260 RPM if I were to guess on this fan here. Like I said, it is a pretty solid performer. It's just a shame that the bearings are just total crap on these fans. If Leading Edge would have put a better quality bearing in this fan, these would be a very nice and very good industrial fan. The motor on the fan is stamped steel, by the way. And this design here lasted some time from very early 90s, probably even late 80s, all the way until probably around 2000 if I were to guess. And we'll go and let it coast. So yeah, fairly short spin down time for an industrial here, for obvious reasons. So picking you up here, we'll get you up close and personal here with the fan. And this is what I mean by the rolled edge blades. As you can see, the edge is rolled over in on itself, creating a much wider base and a very much smoother base, so you can't really get cut on these blades. The trailing edge of the blade is still a very, unrolled like you see here, in which the standard blade option would have just had this edge here on all three sides. Another interesting thing of note is that leading edge also stamped their logo there on the top of the blade iron there, which they even did that for the Dayton models as well. So, but who knows? These are actually made in Thailand. And you can notice that here that there's a circular wear spot there on the motor, and what happened there is that one of the wire nuts actually fell down and was rubbing against this surface of the motor, even ground the wire nut down to almost a bare, which would have shorted out. So yeah, definitely a hazard. But there you go, folks. There was the 48-inch leading edge ceiling fan here from the mid-90s from a Toys R Us store. So thanks for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed. And like always, we'll see you next time.